Shalom. This is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. I want to start off by saying thank you to all of our Booster Club members for your many donations and much more, your prayers. We visited faraway countries and strange lands. We've even spoken to dignitaries and were detained for spreading the glorious gospel in Cuba. The truth is that the descendants of the 12 tribes of Israel were scattered throughout the world. Help us on our journey as we continue to raise up the nation of Israel. 12 tribes worldwide. Join or donate today. Shalom.
Hey, brother on the bike, let me ask you a quick question. Do you see the nationality of your father on this sign? Is he a so-called American black? Top line. Top line? American black, so-called African American? I'll praise it. So according to the Bible, you'd be from the tribe of Judah. Do you believe in the Bible? Yeah, I do. Okay. Hey, what's your name? Real quick. Alamin. Say it again? Alamin. Almin? All right, nice to meet you. My name is Zephaniah. How you doing, sir?
Hey, my brother. How you doing?
Hey, real quick. Both of y'all. Hey, Almin, real quick. Both of y'all. What's your name? Mo? Mo and Almin. Real quick. So, Mo, Almin just found out that he's from the tribe of Judah, according to the Bible. The way this sounds is, we're going to read it. Give me Numbers 1 and 18. But it's pertaining to your father. Because that's how the nationality is, right? So what is the nationality of your father? Is he a so-called American black? Is he Haitian?
New Orleans, got a little bit black on and Creole, big shit like that.
All right, well, read what you got.
Numbers chapter 1 verse 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month.
Hey, so Moses got everyone together, all the nation of Israel. He said, everybody come over here. We got some business to tend to. Read.
And they declared their pedigrees.
So he said they declared their pedigrees, right? Now you got a dog. So you know what a pedigree is referring to? What is it referring to? But it's referring to a dog's what? Their lineage. What they came from, whoever that dog's parents are. That's what pedigree is normally today. But back then, pedigree, and just when you look up the word, it's just referring to your lineage, your nationality, who your forefathers were, who your parents were, right?
Yes, sir.
Read that.
Read on, my brother.
After their families, by the house of their fathers.
So he said to find out their pedigree, to find out their stock, to find out their race or their nationality, we got to go by that man's family, but then by the house of the father. Because the seed, which all of us men have, is what determines whether or not our child is from the tribe of Judah in this scenario. Whether or not they're African American. Because he or she is whatever the father is. You get what I'm saying? So for you two with your fathers being so-called American blacks, that means y'all are American blacks, meaning y'all from the tribe of Judah. Now, hey, Mo, real quick, hey, before you go, let me ask you this. You've been around, obviously y'all some aged men, right? Y'all seen some stuff throughout your life. 73 years old. Okay, 62, yeah, y'all real age. So real quick, why is it that in your 60, 62, 73, or almost 73 years old, it seems like our communities have been destroyed. It seems like we always get short end of the stick.
Because we fight each other.
You said because we fight each other. What else?
I don't know, but
because think about it. Y'all definitely, hey, think about it.
I appreciate that. Thank you, my brother.
Hey. Exactly, because what they're using is a tactic called divide and conquer. That's it, because if we're not all in the same agreements, we can't actually unify under God's laws, because that's really what we need to unify under. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and verse 15. We're going to get to it, because the reason why we're experiencing all of this, because we didn't want to keep God's laws. That's the reason why. Read what you got. Actually, give me verse 45.
Verse 4, Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee.
And let me ask you this real quick. Is a curse a good thing or a bad thing? Okay, but the definition of it's a bad thing, right? We all know curse is a bad thing. Read what you got.
And overtake thee till thou be destroyed.
So Moses said to us, he said the curses are going to be upon the children of Israel until we be destroyed. And it's going to keep following us. Keep reading.
Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
You hear that? Did you hear why the curses were going to be upon us?
9 years ago.
Exactly, because we didn't want to do God's laws. That's it. Read what you got.
To keep his commandments.
Because we didn't want to keep his laws that he gave us, his commandments.
We say deal.
No, because we're gonna find out. Hey, we're gonna find out who the curses fell upon. We're gonna find out who the curses fell upon. Read.
And the statutes which he commanded thee, and they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder.
So real quick, right? What's the purpose of a sign?
God seen you signs.
Okay, but what's the purpose of a sign?
Go by the sign.
Exactly. So you know what?
Your sign go through it.
All right. So look right here. We know this is duckies, right? Because there's a sign that says it. If it weren't there, we wouldn't know. So the purpose of a sign is it's an identifying marker. It's to let you know what this establishment is in this case. But in this scenario, the Most High God said He's going to put the curses upon one particular race of people as a sign. So this way, when you see these curses or these signs, you're going to know these are my chosen people. Keep reading.
Verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
All right, so now one of these signs is the Most High God was going to put the children of Israel into Egypt again. Now, if you know a little bit about the Bible, you know. You said you read the. Okay, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. Hey, that's another sign that the Most High God put upon us. But look, so now it's a sign. We're gonna find out. Yeah, it is. Read that again.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
You know what Egypt? You know what Egypt is?
No good.
You know where Egypt is? Egypt on the other side in Africa, right? So the Most High God says, future prophecy. Remember, at this point, they'd already been there. He said, He's gonna put us into Egypt again. Let's find out what Egypt means according to the Bible. Read that.
Exodus chapter 20, verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt.
So the Most High God brought the Israelites out of the land of Egypt. Now let's find out what He calls the land of Egypt.
Out of the house of bondage.
So He said the land of Egypt, slavery, exactly. So the land of Egypt is slavery. So go back to Deuteronomy 28:68. Read that.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
So when the Most High God says He's going to bring the Israelites into Egypt again, He's saying He's going to bring them into what again? Into slavery. All praises. Keep reading.
With ships.
What race of people on the face of the planet went into slavery on ships? Who's we? Black folk, right? Blacks, Hispanics, Native American, us. We were put into slavery on ships. So this curse right here, who is that referring to? It ain't referring to the Korean man? It ain't referring to the white man? Nah, it's not referring to the Japanese or the Chinese. No, it's only referring to us. That's a sign that the Most High God put upon the children of Israel. Remember, if we didn't keep His laws, statutes, and commandments, He would curse us, and He would use that curse as a sign. One of the curses or signs that we just read is that we'd be enslaved and we'd be brought back to Egypt or slavery on ships. And that's exactly how we got over here to the States, into America. Saying that what? That we are the people that the Most High God is referring to. We are the Israelites, according to the Bible. Keep reading what you got.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee.
So He said the same way I say it's going to happen is exactly how it's going to go down. Read.
Thou shalt see it no more again.
Because we've never been back to our homeland. Exactly. Exactly. We ain't going back. When's the last time you seen boatloads of us, go back over to Jerusalem? Exactly. We ain't gonna go back. Read.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
So then He goes into a little bit more detail. He said once you get into, Charleston, South Carolina, once you get into the port of Miami, once you get into New York Island, right? He said once you get off of those ships, you're gonna be sold unto your enemies. Were we not sold?
We were, but we're not now.
Okay, you said we were, but we're not now. You said we come at us, nigga. And we're gonna find out we still in slavery today. Yeah, we are. Read that again.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen.
So we're going to be sold unto our enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, meaning slave men and slave women, sold to slave masters until when?
And no man shall buy you.
And no one's going to save us. No one was going to be able to sit there and save us. We had, well, you lived through it, the turbulent 60s, right? Where you had all these civil rights activist movements, right? And nobody could sit there and save us. Whether it be Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Huey Newton, Black Panther, it didn't make a difference. We tried so many different things, but we couldn't find anything to help us. Give me 1 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 9, I believe it is. Give me that. Because look, I mean, because I understand, because you lived through the whole thing, so you've seen it way more than I did. I'm just reading about it. I'm getting secondhand information. I'm reading about it in a book. You actually lived through the thing. And but the Bible is still telling us that no man will that condition. It doesn't matter who it is. Read what you got.
1 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 9. For I think that God had set forth us, the apostles, last.
The Most High God purposefully made the turbulent 60s the way it went, to rouse up the spirits of the so-called blacks and Hispanics, to have us with, what is it? For the Hispanics, they had the Chicano movement, they had the Brown Berets. For the blacks, we had the Black Panther Party. We had, what we were doing, we were going into the Muslim religion. We were trying to be radical. We were trying to find our identity. Read that again.
1 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 9. For I think that God had set forth us, the apostles, last.
But the Most High God said he set us right here, the apostles, last. He said for the Bible, the truth to come out of the Bible to happen last, which is exactly why for the Black Panther movement, for the Brown Berets, for the Chicano movement, all that other stuff that happened in the 60s is not going on to this day, because this is the only thing that's going to be able to save us, knowing our true nationality according to the Bible. Now give me Deuteronomy 28 and verse 64.
Well, who knows not doing the right thing no way?
Because look at this. Give me verse 64.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 64.
Because you said you're Muslim, right? You said you're Muslim, you said you read the Quran, you said you read the Bible too, right? Let's read.
And the Lord shall scatter thee.
Right now we're reading another one of these curses, another one of these signs to find out who these people are, who the Israelites are, right?
And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people.
Who was scattered, dispersed among all people? We weren't, what is the diaspora? What is the diaspora? The diaspora is us being scattered among all people. We were, because in slavery, we weren't just brought to the Americas from Africa. Where's the, y'all got the sign? Yeah, there's no way. All right, but in slavery, we weren't just, we have the transatlantic slave trade. That wasn't just from Africa to America. It was Africa to North America, South America, back over to Africa, to other parts of Africa. You had us being brought to Japan, brought to Europe. That's why you have blacks all over the damn world at the bottom of society, because we were brought there as slaves. You say you're not the bottom of society?
Yeah, well, I think they are. I'm not. I'm Muslim, man. I'm saying. That Bible, man,
from the one end of the earth even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods.
He said, and there we're going to serve other gods. Just like the brother over here, we were serving other gods. We were indoctrinated with a different belief, with a different type of spirit. Read.
Which neither thou nor thy fathers have known.
Which neither us nor our foreparents knew. Because beforehand, we didn't know nothing about being called a Muslim. We didn't know nothing about a white Jesus. None of that stuff existed. Read.
Even wood and stone.
Even wood and stone, because in slavery, and even up until this day, because you may not, but even though the chains ain't on your neck or aren't on your hands right now, we're still in slavery. We're still at the bottom of society because we're over here worshiping another nation's gods, wood and stone. The wood referring to the cross, Christianity. The stone referring to the Muslim religion, the Kaaba stone. None of that can save us.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.